Yeah, it's what I swore a few years ago wrongly that I would never do. It's a tourbillon, but it's not any tourbillon. It's a tourbillon which TAG Heuer manufactures entirely. And it's not one tourbillon, it's two tourbillons actually, and it's two tourbillons into a chronograph. And it makes this chronograph the most absolute chronograph ever, as it's all about ultimate precision, the 100th of a second, and ultimate accuracy because the 50 Hz regulator is adjusted with a tourbillon, and not any tourbillon, I mean the fastest rotating tourbillon ever, as it makes 12 rotations every minute. So in the true TAG Heuer spirit, we're pushing the limits further, and we have this twin tourbillon, one rotating once per minute, and the second one 12 times per minute. Well, there's a lot of certification, and most tourbillons, I would say 95% of tourbillons are applied to watches, which obviously is great because it's an ultimate warranty of accuracy for watches, which is good. But eventually, accuracy is even more important for a chronograph because a chronograph is not meant, to keep time on a second fraction or minute fraction, but we talk more about fraction of seconds. It's the ultimate chronometry for the first time on an ultimate precision chronograph. Sure. Well, we will deliver the very first one by the end of October, so it will be, yeah, I think we can make 15 to 20 already in 2012. First and foremost, we have close to 50 people working in the research and development in Switzerland, which by watchmaking standard is a huge number. It's not so much a number, but the diversity. We have watchmasters, we have watchmakers, yes, of course, but we have also engineers, physicians, mathematicians. We will bring to TAG Heuer and to the watchmaking industry their expertise in totally different fields, allowing us, to move forward. An example, this is a semi-flying tourbillon. There's no cage, so you need an axis to rotate, and this axis is rotating on ball bearings. We have brought into the Mikrotourbillon the ball bearings to allow, the tourbillon, the two of them, to rotate without a cage, thus creating a semi-flying tourbillon, which allows you to see even more about the tourbillon itself, which is a fascination. TAG Heuer often says, we don't accept the impossible, so if with the Huygens principle we cannot get faster further, let's go to another principle. So we went back to school. And what is school? School is mostly what you read from the 17th and 18th century, because most of the major physics and mathematics principles have been laid by the Greeks first, 2,000 years ago, and subsequently by physicians and mathematicians in the 17th and 18th centuries, le siècle des Lumières. And one guy, Mr. D'Alembert, one of the best mathematicians ever, had written a lot of equations and theories about vibrations, oscillations. For instance, if you take a violin, you may not know it, but some notes, when you just caress a violin, you will notice that the cord is vibrating, and it's vibrating, a short caress triggers the long vibrations. Very interesting. And when you measure the vibration, it's 500 Hz. So the cord somehow could be applied to watchmaking. And what we invented, the microblades, which means Mikrogirder, is just a rigid cord. Because the cord of a violin, because you stretch it, becomes like rigid, semi-rigid. Sure. And basically we apply that principle, which is the D'Alembert principle, to watchmaking, which was not easy, with a set of 3 different microblades, which receives the energy from the barrel through the escapement wheel, then regulate and cut it into very small pieces, namely 5/10,000 of a second. So we talk about 1,000 Hz as a first stage, and then send it back to the chain so that we can eventually not only measure by the cutting, but display as well, because display has been, again, like for the Mikrotourbillon, an obsession, a very easy way to read the 5/10,000 of a second. So today we can say that TAG Heuer is quicker mechanically than any other brand digitally. This is a diamond star. It's a wonderful mechanical timepiece where you have an astral floating movement, which looks like suspended in a vacuum, beautifully decorated underneath with a mass, which is like, shooting stars. And as they rotate, I mean, they carry the dream of a timepiece you've never seen before. It's all gold, diamond, but it's mostly dreams. The TAG Heuer has ever tried, I mean, to pick up ambassadors embodying, I mean, the company values, starting in 1970, when Jack Heuer took Joe Seifert and Steve McQueen to embody the spirit of the Monaco. And ever since, we've ever tried to combine sports and Hollywood celebrities, or Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan, to express the two dimensions of the brand. The utility design dimension, which you find in a Mikrogirder, which you find in a Mikrotourbillon, together with the deep substance when it comes about engineering and technology. To express the ultimate femininity, we thought that we should go for a very stylish, refined, sophisticated person, although a very sporty person when it comes to the lifestyle. And who's better than Cameron Diaz?